So a machine row for back, think of using this as a replacement for like a dumbbell row or barbell row. So on this type, I want to pull lower here to get most of the back. There are variations where we would do them to hit the upper back, but that's a different story. Right now we're going to focus on a machine row that's going to hit most of the back, that's going to replace an exercise like a barbell row or a dumbbell row. Could be because people feel it better on a machine. Their lower back's not really that great, so to be bent at the waist holding heavy loads of weight may not be good for them. So this would be a better option. Some of these rules will also apply in doing a cable version, which other videos will show that too. So main points: keep I usually say sternum or chest into the pad. As you arch your back or as you contract your back, your chest is going to come off the pad a little bit. That's fine. What I don't want to see is you leaning back completely off the pad as you pull. You want to use that pad to stabilize. One of the benefits of having a machine with a pad is you can open your shoulder blades and fully stretch without putting your lower back in danger. And then when you pull, you want to think about pushing your shoulder. You want to push your chest into the pad, chest or sternum into the pad, shoulders back, and then drive your elbows back and contract your back. Now be careful focusing on pulling the weight, because what you'll see from the side is you'll pull, and then because you're thinking about how close you're pulling the weight, you'll start hunching over like this. Now what you just did is you just stretched your back out. You stretched your back out. And the goal is to contract. So as soon as you do this, you start turning it into an abdominal exercise. You start taking it off the back. You want the back to be contracted. So at the end, it should be shoulders back, chest out, drive your elbows back, just like this. This is how it should end. If that weight's in front of your body and your back's contracted, that's perfectly fine. That's the goal, is to get the back contracted. So let me demonstrate on this prime seated row, which is one of the better ones. So I had the seat set up high so that when I pull, my hands will come across my lower torso, so I hit most of the back. Now, like I said, if I was going to do an upper back, I'd have the seat lower, so I'd pull higher, but we want to pull low, so the seat has to be up. Notice that I'm against the pad. Now when I come forward, I'm going to fully open up my shoulder blades and come forward like this and fully stretch out. From this position, in my head, I'm thinking pushing my chest into the pad and bringing my shoulders back, and then driving my elbows through. So here and here, all in one movement. If I was to break it down into two movements, it would be chest into the pad, shoulders back, then drive the elbows back. Now what I don't want to see is, like I said, you focus on pulling the handles and start doing this, because now your back's stretched out and you're using other muscles. Another thing I don't want to see, as mentioned earlier, is the pull and lean come completely off that pad. Use that pad so that you can concentrate on just squeezing your back. If you start leaning back, you bring your lower back too much into it. I just like focusing on bringing the shoulder blades together and driving the elbows through. So keep the chest / sternum into the pad, shoulder blades back, just like that. My chest comes off the pad a little bit, that's fine. What I don't want to see is this. Use that pad to get a proper, really strict contraction, just like this.